Hello there, Internet. Thank you so much for joining me in my back workout. If you haven't looked at a calendar today is in fact the last day of May. And I said I was going to maybe try to push out one more video before the end of the month. So I cut it under the wire here, putting this out for you guys. You might notice some things are different, but first and foremost, I'll just kind of go over high level what I did today. Started with my ring pull-ups. Yeah, I got a set of 8 for my first set, set of 7 for my next set, and a set of 6 for my third set. So I didn't stall for the rest of my life. I did make progress, and I actually made progress the very workout after the workout where I said I may never make progress on ring pull-ups ever again. So I guess there you have it. Maybe that's the key, is to decide you're not going to make progress. And what I do after this, I did as many reps as possible, high rep set of dumbbell rows, 50 pounds times a set of 21. So that was pretty darn brutal. Then I just did one arm pull down for a couple sets. I did my chest supported row, did a couple heavier sets, not pictured, and then my final set, which was a little bit lighter, and got a set of 13 for the lighter one. The first one, I got 8, then 7, took the weight off. So on each side of my chest supported row, now I'm going down a rabbit hole. On each side of my chest supported row, it was 55 pounds per side. So the first set I got 8, second set I got 7. I just, it's too darn heavy. Then I switched it to 45 pounds per side. And then honestly, it kind of felt too light, and I got 13. So what can you do? Whatever. I really do like that machine and really like that movement. So whatever. And what I did after that? Then I did my lat pull down 3 ways, where it's like wide grip, narrow grip, underhand grip for a couple sets of that. And then I just did dumbbell curls, a few sets of dumbbell curls, and that's that. So great session. Pretty happy with that. So now moving into the things, if you may or may not have noticed, there are some differences in my gym. I guess there's some differences. I cut off a bunch of my hair as well. My hair was like entering low back butt territory, and I just thought, this is ridiculous. I'm a very short person, so when you have like really long hair, it's just disproportionate. And it was just, I woke up one day and I was like, oh, screw this shit. Like, I'm so sick of I don't need this hair. Like, it just felt, it wasn't age appropriate. And what a fantastic decision. This past Friday, it was the day of fantastic decisions. So I woke up, I decided, get rid of a bunch of this hair. You know what else I decided? I sold a bunch of my gym equipment. This is what you might not notice because I don't know how great it is in the footage, but I sold my belt squat. And again, I just woke up on a whim. I thought, you know what? I prefer to do the Hatfield squats, and then I feel guilty because I have a belt squat machine and I don't use it. So then I force myself to do the belt squat when I personally feel Hatfield squats better. And then I feel guilty when I am doing the belt squat because I think there's an exercise that I feel better doing, but I'm forcing myself to do this because I own it. And it's just guilty looking at it, not using it. I said, screw this. I sold it. I sold it almost immediately. And I listed it on Marketplace, which is not my favorite place to be. And there were some other things I wanted to sell, but I was putting it off because I get anxiety about Marketplace because I hate dealing with the chats and the meeting random strangers and the whole kind of thing. It just stresses me out. But I thought, I got to do this. Like, bite the bullet, get it over with today. I'm feeling zesty. And I said, it's going to be this price, but if you come and disassemble it yourself, it'll be cheaper because I don't know how to do it. Newsflash. I work in customer service. I don't work in assembly and parts. I don't know how to assemble the equipment. My brain isn't well suited to those directions. Some people have a knack for that kind of thing. I don't. So I would have hired somebody to disassemble it. But he's like, yeah, I got the tools. I got my truck. It was like within the hour of posting it, I had already set up like the guy coming in a few hours after I tripped cutting off all my hair. He came and then he comes down and he's like, anything else you want to sell? I'm like, yeah. So I sold my West Side barbell reverse hyper because I was no longer using that anymore. I prefer my like 45-degree hyper, whatever, much prefer. And that was like a big thing to have. And it was tucked away. I'd folded it up and put it in the laundry room, never to be used again. And he carried that up the stairs himself. Like, this guy was strong and really good at unassembling. He took apart my belt squat machine in minutes. I just couldn't believe it. So I sold that. I sold my deadlift bar because I have no interest in using that anymore. I sold my camber bar. I sold my woman's Olympic barbell. And did I sell anything else? I sold, I don't know. I might have sold some other things. I don't remember now. It's all a blur. It all happened so fast. My hair was gone and half my gym stuff was gone. It's just, you might think it's crazy, but it's not. It felt great. I thought, oh, this is fantastic. Now I have this huge open space because I bought the Pandemonium squat, the Pendulum 3-in-1 pendulum squat, calf raises, Viking press. I finally bought it after eyeballing it for months and months and months. I bit the bullet and I bought it. Bit the bullet and I bought it. So, and again, everything just happened so fast that day. And then within like 2 hours, it had already shipped. I just couldn't believe the day. Like everything just happened so fast. No regrets. No regrets. I'm very excited. I had to do a whole bunch of measuring and rearranging my gym because the Pandemonium squat was longer than I expected. So definitely had to shuffle a bunch of things around, had to put some tape and do more measuring, then move the tape and do more measuring. And I think it's going to fit just fine. The second I know my delivery date, I'm going to hire the people to assemble it. And I do think that it is going to be all set up and usable by next weekend. So I couldn't be more excited about this. I'm just looking forward to changes in everything. And so that brings me, I guess, to my next topic is that you guys know that I was taking my break and gonna maybe come back after I come back from my trip in June or a few weeks in the month of June or however it goes. And I haven't uploaded a video in about 9-10 days. And I think I don't think I want to make videos like this anymore. And I'm not just flat out saying, well, I never want to make videos again, but this type of video, I think it's kind of run its course, unless I'm doing something like unique and interesting that I would like to share that has like a point that is not just here's my back workout. It's like if there's something to showcase, I would like to showcase it then. But other than that, I don't just want to be like, hey, everybody, here's my workout, because I don't have the skin, the thick enough skin to deal with the internet, and I never have, and I never will. And I try, and then I complain about it, and then I try to get tougher, and then the comments come in, and there's so many nasty people, and then I don't build up. I don't grow that, mental fortitude to just get through it and to shrug it off and to ignore it and to leave it alone. It's just, I told myself, well, I can make a video the day I stop arguing with somebody who left a stupid comment in my head is the day I can upload a video again. And I was like, that day will never come. The arguments will never stop unless I stop making these kinds of videos. It's just not going to be for me anymore. It's just the constant people randomly calling me a narcissist, because people use that word for no reason. It's just weird. It's like how people call everybody a racist. It's also the same. People call everybody a narcissist. And I can't be called that anymore. I can't be called an OnlyFans person anymore. I cannot be given advice that I don't ask for anymore. And it's not just that, oh, I can't deal with advice because then I can't deal with being wrong. It's not that. It's that people present advice as if it is fact, and they also give that advice that they believe to be fact without any hesitancy of like, I think. They would never say that. They say, you're doing this wrong because of this and this, or this is what's wrong, or this is what you need to change. This is what's wrong with your form. This is what's wrong with your routine. Blah, blah, blah. That's what they just say. And they give those facts as they believe them to be without asking you a question. Is there a reason you do this like that? I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand the world of the internet. And like when you work in customer service, I deal with shitty enough people as it is throughout my various years and various customer service roles. I don't want to subject myself to it on the internet as well. Why would I do that? Why would I just open myself up to that, all the hate of the world? And unfortunately, when you open yourself up to all the good of people on the internet, you also inevitably open yourself up to all the negative people on the internet. And I can never just be okay with that. Just go to bed and be like, this doesn't bother me. Oh, well, that person is just an idiot. I can't just shrug it off. And I don't want to battle with it anymore. I don't want to argue with it in my head anymore. I don't want to get worked up about it anymore. I want to be at peace. And all of these changes and all these things came about because I'm at peace. Freedom to make all of my own decisions about everything without feeling like I am putting too much of myself out there, putting myself out there at all for the whole world to judge. I don't want to put myself out there anymore for the whole world to judge. And even though there's so many wonderful, kind, supportive people, I still don't feel comfortable being like, hey, everybody judge me anymore. And it could be a coming of age thing. I don't know what it is. It could be a tolerance thing, is that it's just reached the peak of me being able to handle it anymore, whatever it is. It's much, much better for me to not have to deal with it anymore and to just feel free. All I really want is to just feel free. I have spent my whole life trying to mold myself for the guys that I have wanted, the guys that I've had strong feelings for that did not reciprocate, constantly trying to change so that they would like me, change so that people would accept me, change so that I'd have friends, change so that I'd fit in at school, change so I could get a boyfriend, whatever it may be. And it's still this like, gotta please the internet. Don't want to make, you have to make decisions with that in mind. Well, what's the internet going to think of my pull-ups today? What's the internet going to judge me on today? What's the internet going to say about my clothes? What's the internet going to say about my hair? I don't want to do that anymore. And even if nobody said anything mean, say I made a video, 0 people said anything mean, it's that the potential is always there. And even on an old video, at any given moment, the potential is always there. And I don't want to second guess myself, and I don't want to be people pleasing. It's so much people pleasing. My whole life has been people pleasing, and I don't want to do it anymore. The only person I want to please is myself. And I've realized, even though it was just the 9-10 days or whatever since I uploaded, I realized this is where peace is. This is where peace is not putting yourself on the internet. Open yourself up to all the hateful, angry, bitter people of the world that want to go out of their way to make somebody else's day crappier because somehow that makes them feel better. And I want to be out there like that. But again, as I was saying, doesn't mean that I'll never make a video again. It's that maybe I'll make a video, the idea of reviewing the Pandemonium squat, reviewing any of my other gym equipment. I could probably talk in great detail about the leg press hack squat that I bought. I could maybe even make a whole video about my SSB. I don't know. But I could review some gym equipment. I know there's a lot of channels out there like that, but I mean, what the hell? I like talking about my gym equipment. So occasionally I could do that sort of thing. And again, occasionally, if there's something to showcase, I might like to do so. Or even just progress in something that I might want to show. Or like, I tried to do this or whatever, and this is how it worked. And some things like that, sporadically, on occasion, not on like a super regular, consistent basis, as well as my trip, like potentially a vlog for my trip. Don't know, haven't fully decided, maybe something like that. But it's better for me. I know without a doubt, I never really had what it takes to be a social media person. I never had it. I'm not that type of person, and was shocked that anybody ever started watching my videos. And I said that kind of thing, and somebody still called me a narcissist. Can you be like, I can't believe people watch this shit. I don't know why y'all watch me. You're such a narcissist. People need to learn what that word means. But anyway, it loses all meaning when you use words as just an insult when it's just not accurate. And because then for people that actually are narcissists or racist, it has no meaning anymore. But that's just another grievance, but whatever. I never belonged in this world. And I was trying to force myself to be in it, and it affected my mental health negatively. And now I'm going to remove myself from that world. So thanks for listening to me, everybody. Bye.